Man, it's low-key lockdown, and I got a matchup for y'all that I think will happen very soon in our near future. You know, I think that this is a matchup that boxing needs as a whole, and boxing needs to get better at making these matchups happen. You feel me? We got dmtri Bivol versus David Benavidez. You feel me? And this is a very interesting matchup because of a lot of things, and I'm going to explain it in a few different ways and as thoroughly as possible for y'all to understand. Okay, so for one, we got dmtri Bivol, very extremely disciplined fighter. You feel me? Effective jab. He uses his punching, his jab is a measuring stick. His measuring stick jab, almost like, I think he has the best jab in that weight class, honestly. He's highly accurate, no wasted punches, no wasted movement, no wasted nothing. He's a very accurate puncher. All of his punches stick on you like fly paper. You feel me? No wasted anything. Effective at keeping range, good at cutting angles, lots of foot feints, lots of range and distance keeping, you know, lots of all that, you feel me? Punches and bunches, water in the basement, all that. You get what I'm saying? All that good stuff. David Benavidez, man, he's amazing he's very amazing at, you know, bringing that pressure to fighters. He brings that pressure, very aggressive on the offensive tip, very good at body shots. He's great at the body shots. He uses an effective high guard. Very unorthodox kind of fighting style, but you know, who am I to say what's orthodox and what's not? But a high velocity striker in boxing, very high velocity. Here's what's going to make the difference in this fight. Here's what's going to make the difference. What I see from David Benavidez is he's an emotional fighter versus dmtri Bivol. He's a goddamn robot. dmtri Bivol is like a robot. He doesn't even think I don't even think he has emotions. I think he's a goddamn NPC, man. He acts like, I don't know, he's just cool, calm, collected, like a cucumber the whole time. Every fight I see him in, man, he's very disciplined. Like he's the most disciplined fighter I've seen in quite a while, man. He's very disciplined. He sticks to whatever he's doing. He's able to keep the fight at his pace. He doesn't change his pace for nobody. He's able to cut ring. He's able to make the angles that he needs to trap his opponents in corners and then beat on them, which he does. Like even with the Canelo fight, he plans everything out, and he doesn't fall back on his plans. He goes forward with his plans, whether they work or not, which they usually always work. He puts his fighters up against the ropes and starts to batter them from the ropes. Of course, you know, dmtri Bivol has a better fighting resume than David Benavidez, with people like, you know, Canelo Alvarez under his belt. He beat Canelo, and you know, he was not a fan favorite in that fight, and he came up and he was the underdog and he beat him. And it looked very good. It looked good on his part. Man, Bivol, his style is very fundamental. I like the way it looks. It's not too many flaws, because it's like really no added shit to it. It's not too many flaws and no added shit to it. Lots of feints, lots of hand movements, you know, not too many telegraph movements from him. You won't see that, because, you know, he's always moving forward, you know, cutting angles on his opponents. He's always just in the mix doing something, so you won't get a lot of telegraph punches from him. He punches pretty hard as well, I might add. David Benavidez, he's a hard puncher as well. He's able to cut the ring off pretty well. Man, he's got the heart of a lion. He's got that fight in him, man. He's got that fight. He's got the desire to win. He's young. He's hungry. He wants to fight all these fights, man. He wants to fight the best fighters in the world, man. He said he wants Canelo next. After that, I think he's going to try to fight dmtri Bivol. Fortunately for dmtri Bivol, Canelo's already under his belt, so that's you feel me? That's just an accomplishment that, you know, it just make you look better. It makes your resume look better. dmtri Bivol is a lot more conservative, and he's a lot more experienced than the young David Benavidez in a lot of ways. I'm going to say that he's a lot more disciplined, and this is what that fight is going to come down to. Can David Benavidez stay disciplined long enough in this fight for him to attain the points that he needs to win in this fight? I don't know if he's going to be able to do it with dmtri Bivol, man. dmtri Bivol, he just has that discipline that you're unhuman discipline, man. And David Benavidez gets kind of emotional, man. I've seen it a lot, man. Just like Caleb Plant was getting in his head before they even started fighting. And if he gets emotional when he starts getting hit, how will he react if he feels like he's losing? Will he get emotional and start going for broke and get reckless? I don't think that's a good idea. You shouldn't be one of those fighters that, goes for broke when you, sometimes it works, but I don't think it's going to be a good idea to go for broke against a fighter like dmtri Bivol, because he's very calculated and an amazing counter striker, man. He counter strikes very well. Why am I saying strike? Counter punches very well. This is, got to switch over my dialogue to boxing, man. But yeah, he's a prolific counter puncher, man. He's going to knock them teeth out you come in with all that extra aggressive shit, man. But David Benavidez, he's young, man. He's got that heart. He got that dog in him. He's a great pressure fighter, man. You see the way bro, I know y'all see the way he fight, man. His fights are exciting to watch. A lot of people sleep on dmtri Bivol because his fights are like, they're very, very expected. They're exactly what's expected. David Benavidez, he surprises me every time. He's very high velocity punches, a whole bunch of his punches and bunches is a lot, man. He does punch combos, damn near 7, man. He does that shit, man. And what I'm seeing from him is that he's improving steadily. He's getting stronger. He's getting more in shape. So that's always good. This could be a great matchup if he's at the top of his game when he meets dmtri Bivol. This could be what we need, man. If he's at the top of his game when he meets dmtri Bivol in that ring, this could be what we need. A few things I've seen from David Benavidez as well that might make this fight a bit harder for him is that he's a little bit defensively irresponsible. His head and chin are always his head movement is very, very limited. He doesn't move his head a lot. His high guard is effective, but you can't use your high guard the whole fight, because then, it's just not an effective guard to use your whole fight. You got to be able to switch it up, man. You have to. You can use it in the beginning, not the beginning. You can use it when it's supposed to be used. You can't use it at every single range. You can't. It doesn't work like that. You get punched all around that guard, get punched all through the guard, man. It ain't good. But it's been effective thus far, so maybe he can make it work. He might can make that shit work. Who knows, man? But as far as this fight, man, dmtri gonna win this fight, man. If it happens as they are now, dmtri gonna win this fight. If David Benavidez improves, this could be a better fight. It could be like a 50-50. No. It'd be like a 60-40 fight. But right now, it's a 65-35 fight, man. In favor of dmtri Bivol, man. 65-35 fight, man. And don't get mad, man. Just think about what I'm saying. Just think hard. Think long and hard about what I just said. And you look at the footage that I'm putting on here. As a matter of fact, the footage is on here, man. You can just look at the highlights I put, and you tell me what you think, man. And with that being said, we out.